We are following breaking news out of Colorado Springs. We are now learning that police found two people who had been shot dead in a dorm room at the University of Colorado Springs campus. Police received the reports of shots fired. It was just before 6 o'clock this morning. And once investigators got inside the dorm room, they found two people, both with at least one gunshot wound. This is now being investigated as a homicide. The shelter-in-place order has been lifted, but campus is going to be closed for the day. Police are investigating this as an isolated incident and do not believe that there is a danger to the public. We do have a crew down in Colorado Springs working to learn more. We're going to have those details coming up on 9 News at 4 and 5 today. Want to also give you a live look around the state right now. A lot of people waking up with kind of a fresh dusting of snow. Maybe you were trying to get around all of the fog as you were getting your morning started. We've got Keely joining us today. It was already a pretty busy morning, and we're now expecting some more snow headed our way.
Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday. 2 waves of snow, one overnight last night into this morning. Just a dusting, but certainly causing some slick conditions out there. A little bit of fog. And then we have another round moving into the metro area this afternoon. As I mentioned, we're already seeing the snow falling up there in the high country. That moisture will move down into the plains right around 4 o'clock. We should likely see the snowflakes falling here in the metro area right around 4:30 this afternoon. Out there at DIA right now, still reports of a little bit of fog, 28 degrees. Those temperatures on the chilly side, we're looking at 20s across the Eastern Plains Front Range, although 30s down there across the southeast. And we're going to top out likely in the teens and 20s up there in the high country as well. You factor in the wind chill, it is chilly out there. Feels like it's about 18 degrees. All right, taking a look at our HD Doppler radar. Again, already starting to see those snowflakes falling in the high country. We will see the moisture move in from the north and west this afternoon. So your forecast for today, it is going to be chilly, cloudy skies with that snow moving in this afternoon. We're going to top out right around 38 degrees. Hey, after the snow, we do have a warm up. We'll talk more about that coming up in your full forecast in just a bit.
All right, we really appreciate it. Thank you. Well, once again, a funeral and cremation service is involved in an investigation after the discovery of remains belonging to possibly 30 people. This time, Denver police have now issued a warrant for Miles Harford. Denver police say they found a woman's body and then remains for 30 people at a home on South Quitman Street. Investigators said Harford was evicted from the home, and while it was being cleaned, the homeowner found boxes of the cremated remains. While officers were processing the scene, they also found a hearse that had a woman's body inside. She was 63 years old and had died of natural causes. Police said Harford owned Apollo Funeral and Cremation Services, but it had been closed since September of 2022. Investigators are working to identify the remains to be given to family members. They're also asking on anyone who used the Apollo Funeral and Cremation Services who did not receive remains, or if you have any concerns, to call 720-913-6610. We're, of course, going to have more on this story later today on 9 News. 2 juveniles have now been officially charged with the shooting at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade. One suspect who had been held for the better part of 24 hours has now been released. Police determined that he had nothing to do with the shooting. 22 people were hurt and 1 person was killed. Her name is Lisa Lopez Galvan. Her family received a massive donation overnight. It was $100,000 from Taylor Swift with a note saying, quote, "Sending my deepest sympathies and condolences in the wake of your devastating loss. With love, Taylor Swift." We will, of course, keep you updated on the platforms of 9 News throughout the day. We are expecting a verdict today in former President Trump's civil fraud trial in New York. He might have to pay millions in penalties and other sanctions. New York's Attorney General said Trump inflated his wealth to banks and insurers to make deals and secure loans, and wants to ban Trump and other defendants from doing business in state. Trump has denied any wrongdoing, and his lawyers have said that they're going to appeal if the judge rules against him. A bill requiring funeral service professionals to be licensed in Colorado is expected to be introduced as soon as next week. This is coming as families who used Penrose Funeral Home are still wondering what happened to their loved ones. John and Carrie Halford are accused of mishandling nearly 200 bodies at Return to Nature Funeral Home. The DA's office tells us the coroner still needs to identify 20 of the bodies. It is another layer of grief for families, like this mother who lost her son to an overdose in 2020. He was cremated. Heather DeWolf doesn't know, though, if the remains that she got are actually her son. She then confronted John Halford at court last week.
What did you do with my son? What did you do with my son?
Sickening to me to think that I could never know what happened to my son.
Colorado does not regulate people working in the funeral home industry. We're going to be keeping close tabs on that proposed bill to change those rules. Commerce City police are now investigating a rise in armed robberies. They've seen 12 armed robberies since the start of the year. Early Thursday morning, store surveillance video captured an armed robbery at a 7-Eleven there. Two people entered the store masked and then dressed in all black, one with a large knife, the other with a gun. Saturday night, another robbery happened at a convenience store, this time off East 64th and Monaco Street. Those suspects were also masked and wearing all black. Investigators believe the two incidents are not related.
We want to make those 24-hour, convenience stores aware that this has been happening. We don't believe it's the same suspects. We don't necessarily think they're related in any way, but just keep your eyes open.
So you may have heard the saying, no face, no case, meaning it's harder to charge someone that if you can't see their face. The Commerce City Police Department says that is not going to be an issue. It might take them longer to track down suspects, but police say they have the tools to figure that out. So you're going to still have to find a way around a pothole on the Lincoln Street Bridge between 6th and 7th for a little bit now. Roads in that area are still closed because of that pothole. It's on the bridge that crosses Cherry Creek. Crews have cleared out the loose concrete. They're putting in metal plates over the hole before pouring new concrete next week. That does mean, though, that the two lanes of Lincoln are closed right now. One of them is a bus-only lane.
If all goes well, weather permitting, we would anticipate those lanes to remain closed through next Friday at minimum. But the goal is to get it open after that. We need that concrete poured, we need it to cure, and then we can reopen those lanes.
The city says that they recommend an alternate route while they're doing that construction. That is expected to last at least through next Friday. Well, this weekend, the Avs will be honoring Black History Month with a special jersey. It's going to be highlighting a Hall of Fame hockey player who spent 3 seasons with Colorado. We're talking about the player Jerome Iginla. He is retired now, but played over 1,500 games in the NHL between 1996 and 2017. Jazz Holmes is the artist behind the jersey. She says she wanted to use bold colors like black, red, and gold as a direct nod to the Black American heritage flag.
So I plan on actually gilding parts of this jersey in gold and lightening this red a little bit and then adding black to it. So changing the colors a little bit just to show off that flag, but then making him this colorful centerpiece on the back that just pops out from those colors because he seems like a colorful personality, and our culture is just so colorful, whether it's about food or music or expression. Like I need to bring that in there.
Jazz's jersey design is debuting at the Avs' next home game. That's on Sunday. You can see it on the first level concourse at the East Atrium to the end of the month.